Hey guys, I am here to share my Sephora recommendations with you guys. You guys know that the Sephora sale is fastly approaching. It's going to be here next week actually. It's going to start on April 5th. So I'm super excited to share my recommendations with you guys, and also my wish list at the end of the video on the things that I will probably be picking up during this Sephora spring sale. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright guys, you know that the Sephora sale comes around twice a year, one in the spring, one in the fall, I believe April and October. So the Sephora spring savings event is going to be starting on April 5th for VIB Rouges, and we'll go through the 15th. And if you are a VIB, it's going to go from the, let me check, the 9th to the 15th. If you're an insider, that is going to be the 9th to the 15th. So you know, if you're a Rouge, you get 20% off, VIB get 15% off, and insiders get 10% off. Also, Sephora collection during the entire sale will be 30% off, so that's going to be the highest amount of savings. And to begin with, Sephora collection is really fairly priced, so that's a great time to stock up on the Sephora collection. And I will be giving you guys some recommendations that on products that I love from Sephora collection as well. Alright guys, so let's just go ahead and get into this. I feel like I have so much stuff. There's like a lot of stuff piled up here. So let's go through it, and I think we will begin with a skincare. So the first product I'm going to recommend is the Somerville Exfolikate cleanser. I love this cleanser. It is a foaming wash, and I love my cleansers to be foaming. I have oily skin, so I really like a nice foaming cleanser that's going to make my skin feel really clean. But this doesn't make my skin feel super dry, even though it makes my skin feel really clean. I can use this twice a day and not feel dried out, but I generally use this at nighttime, and I'll rinse my skin with water in the morning and use a towel in the morning on my skin. But I really like this product line, the Exfolikate line from Somerville, and this is a wash that I often repurchase, and it is my go-to face wash, and it's a really great time to purchase it in the sale. The next few things I'm going to recommend are actually treatments that you can find at Sephora. I don't know if The Ordinary is on sale during the Sephora sale because it's already really well priced, but I do recommend The Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% mask. I love this mask when you are really congested. It just clears out your pores. It makes your skin look like glass and feel really tight. So I highly recommend this. The mask, even if it's not on sale, the mask is like $13, so I think it's really fairly priced. Another treatment product that I want to share is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peeling pads. This is the Universal Daily Peel. I get the just like the regular sort of strength. They have extra strength and they have gentle. I always get these little travel sort of packs because I don't use this very often in my skincare routine, but I do like to have this in my routine when I need it, because this is a really great daily peel to, again, clear out any congestion, make your skin look brighter and tighter. Really like this, and definitely recommend that. I think the last sort of skincare thing I'm going to recommend is the Laniege Lip Sleeping Mask. I have the vanilla one and it's running out, so I do need to replenish on this myself, but I highly recommend this. This is so comforting, and it's a beautiful mask that when you wake up it's still kind of on your lips. So it is really thick and super moisturizing, and I really recommend it. And they have so many different flavors for me to choose from, but I really like the Laniege lip products. Let's get into some body care. The first thing I'm going to recommend is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Body Firmeza oil. This is amazing. I love this body oil. It smells like the Bum Bum cream, and it just leaves a beautiful sheen on your skin. And I always get this during the sale or during my birthday. I just really like to have this oil. I mix it with all of my body creams, and I really like it. For body moisturizer, this is going to be a no-brainer. The Fenty Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream, whatever scent, they're all good, but my favorite is the original because I find that it doesn't compete with any fragrances. I Love this, highly recommend it. I go through tons of this. I will say with the Fenty Beauty and also some of the other brands that I mentioned, just kind of do your due diligence, because sometimes you can get a better discount on the actual website that they run their own friends and family sales. Fenty is currently having a 30% off sale, so I did order a body oil. I will body butter. I'll probably still get another refill in the Sephora sale because I like to have backups, but do keep that in mind when you are shopping certain brands. Kind of just do a little bit of research and see if they have their own friends and families, because that's the best time to purchase from those particular brands, especially if you use multiple products from that brand. And I do use a few Fenty products. So in the sale, I recently got the body butter, I got the skin tint, and I got the concealer, which I have never tried. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend kind of looking into the brands to see who does their own sales, because sometimes they do a higher percentage of sale, and so that might be the better way to go. I also want to recommend the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser. It's in my shower and it's kind of gross, so I don't want to pull it out, but it is a body scrub that helps with KP or keratosis pilaris, which are those little tiny bumps that you can get like on the backs of your arms, your legs, the backs of your thighs. It really, really is amazing and something that I always have in my shower, so I definitely will be repurchasing that because I am running out. They have multiple different sizes, so if you want to try it out, you can get a little travel size of it, but I will definitely pop up a picture of what it looks like so you guys can see what it looks like. A skincare product that I forgot to mention is going to be the Cay Skin Lip Balm with SPF 30, which I really, really love and highly recommend. I've gone through several of them. I like the smell. It's super shiny and it has SPF, so it's something really good to use in the summertime especially, or if you're on vacation, because you can definitely get burnt on your lips as well as your, you know, skin on your face and body. So I really like that product and I've repurchased it several times, and I think I need another 2 of that as well. I also recommend the Ouai body scrub and body wash in St.Barts. I ran through my containers and I need to repurchase it. It's something that I absolutely love, and it's definitely not a need, but it smells so, so good, and it's something that you can use to pamper yourself, so highly recommend that as well. Those were all of the skincare and body products. So let's go ahead and talk about hair care products. So there are quite a few hair care products that I love that are at Sephora that I highly recommend. One of them being my holy grail sort of lead-in product, which is the Wow or Color Wow Dreamcoat Supernatural Spray. So this is an anti-humidity spray. So you put it in your damp hair before you blow dry it, and you blow dry your hair with a little bit of tension, and it really does help to smooth your hair. It also helps to fight against humidity, especially in the summer. I live in New York. It gets really humid and hot in the summer, and this is one of my saving graces when I'm wearing my natural hair straightened, and so I really, really like it. This is also good to use when you're on vacation. Maybe you're going to a country that is pretty humid, so like a Caribbean country or anything like that. This will be really, really good to use if you are doing if you're wearing your hair straightened, or even if you have like leave out or anything, if you're wearing some sort of like different type of style. This is really great to make sure that your hair is safe against the humidity, and I really, really like it, and I always repurchase it. Heat protectant that I really love is the Ouai Heat Protection Spray. I love this. I love that it's in an aerosol spray, so it doesn't wet your hair down when you are flat ironing your hair. I really like it. This smells amazing. Another one that is very similar is going to be the Moroccan Oil Perfect Heat, what is it called? Perfect Heat Defense Heat Protector. So that's a really good one too. Very similar, but just in blue packaging, and then of course it has the Moroccan Oil signature smell fragrance to it. So that's also really, really good. So those are like my favorite sort of heat protection sprays that you can find at Sephora, and why not get it on a discount. I tried the K18 leave-in molecular repair hair mask, and I absolutely loved it. So I definitely will be repurchasing it because this is empty. It is extremely expensive, but I really liked what it did to my hair, how it made my hair feel. So I'm probably going to be repurchasing this in the sale to get a little bit of a discount. I really like it, and that's something I will be purchasing. The Olaplex products I really like. I like the number 3, I like number 8, but I want to talk about number 6, the Bond Smoother. I really love this leave-in conditioner. This is the old packaging because you need the tiniest little tiny bit amount on your hair. I've had this for so long and I'm just finishing it, so I need to get a new one. I love to use this on when I get out of the shower. Before I apply my Color Wow, I put this on my hair, my damp hair. I put this on and then I go ahead and I blow dry my hair, and I just get really beautiful results. It doesn't weigh my hair down. You need the tiniest little bit. It just really helps to keep my hair really smooth. So for scalp health, I really love the Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Tree Scalp Treatment. I love this. I'm out of it. I don't have any more backups of it, so I definitely need to repurchase this to keep it into my hair care routine because I really like it, and I always use a scalp treatment, and this is one of my favorites. The last hair care favorite that I'm going to talk about is the Adowa Beauty Baomint Deep Conditioning Treatment. This is my favorite deep conditioner from Sephora, but I do want to try something else because I have repurchased this, but I definitely recommend it. It's super hydrating it doesn't leave your hair feeling heavy, or it doesn't leave a film on your hair or anything like that. So it's really nice, and I'm heat trained. I blow dry my hair and my hair feels super lightweight but really nourished and moisturized. I like the smell. It has like a minty smell to it, so it's really nice and a little bit cool. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get into the bulk of this, which will be makeup, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and go in order of like maybe application. So I don't have any primers to recommend because I myself don't really use primers, but there is a product that is kind of a primer that I will talk about. So the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powders. So I have 3 of them. I'm missing one because I have the Universal, which is clear, and I have 2 colors. I'm using this right now. I love it. This is the first foundation that I have ever used, or maybe it's a balm powder. I think it's a foundation, but whatever. The first complexion product that I have used where I don't have to touch up my face. I don't get oily. I mean, I get a little bit oily, especially in the summer, but I don't have to touch up my skin, and I have never had that happen to me before. I feel like this is a miracle product. I know that it has its own sort of patented technology, like Upsolite technology that it has in it, but it's really good, and I will probably be repurchasing the darker color because, as you can see, I hit pan on that. And then I do have the Universal product, and you can use this as a primer. So this one is almost completely done. I like have a little bit on the corners, so I definitely need to also repurchase that. This can be used as a primer underneath makeup, so that's why I wanted to talk about that one first. Now let's go ahead and get into like more traditional foundation and complexion products. So the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter is amazing. This is a product that you can mix into makeup. You can use it on its own. You can use it as a highlighter. It's a super hyper glowy complexion product, and I really recommend this, and it is exclusive to Sephora, so you can't find it at Nordstrom or other department stores, I believe. I think now it's an exclusive product to Sephora. Now I know that there are a lot of dupe products to this, so if you don't want to go this route, you can definitely do the e.l.f. Dupe. I think it's called, I have it here, it's called the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I know Dior just came out with their own sort of version of it as well. So if you want to try something else, there's a lot of products like this on the market, but this is kind of like the OG, the original, and I really like it. Now in terms of foundations, I did want to mention the Fenty Skin Tint. That is a really beautiful foundation for summer. I find that it goes down almost to like a powdery finish on the skin. It looks very natural, and and for me it covers really well. But I also wanted to talk about the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I really love this. I have this in a couple colors. This is a perfect product for the summer because it covers, but it's really thin and lightweight, and it looks really good in person but also in photos. If you are oily, I really like the Makeup Forever HD Skin, the original. I know that they came out with a new glowy one that everybody is raving and ranting about, but I really like the original sort of one. And I find that this just stays put all day. It's really beautiful, especially if you pair it with the Danessa Myricks Universal Blurring Balm. It's really good. Again, another one that looks good in person and in pictures. And I do want to try some skin tints, some actual like tinted moisturizers, because I don't have anything that's really light, and I've been really liking the look of like no foundation or very light coverage. So that's something I'm going to be looking into, and I'm going to mention a product in my recommendations at the end. You guys may or may not know that I am concealer obsessed. I love trying concealers. I have a little bit of a complex with my under eyes, so I'm always looking for the next best concealer. And so I have 3 concealers that I would love to recommend, and it's going to be the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is amazing. This is full coverage, and it kind of is self-setting. It looks very powdery under the eye. It looks flawless. It's so beautiful. They have so many colors. Highly recommend that one. I use the color Dune, which is really a very brightening shade for me. The Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealers, when these came out, I fell in love with them. I have a couple different shades. I go between Candy Ginger and Granola. When I want something brighter, I use Granola, and then Candy Ginger is more of my skin tone sort of color. I really like the warmth in it because it really corrects under my eyes. I really like the texture of this. This is another one that's almost like self-setting and really stays put. But one of my favorites has to be the NARS concealer, the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, the one in the pot. This is just magic. It is a powdery sort of balmy concealer, and it looks so good under the eyes, and once you get the hang of it on how to apply it, it's amazing. It's good on the under the eyes, but also kind of spot concealing. This is something that I really like, and it just makes your under eyes look super soft focused. So highly recommend that, and this is something that I have in multiple colors in my kit as well. For setting powders, I have a few of them that I love. So the OG, the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, I really love this. I always have this in my makeup collection. It just works, and it sets your skin. It looks really good in photos, but if you're dry, it might not be the best powder, but I really like it. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, I love these. I have the pink one in my kit, and I love how this looks on clients. I also have, I forget what color I use. I don't know if it's banana bread or something like that, but I use more of the yellow shade for my skin tone, but this is really good. This is a great setting powder to set you in place. And then last but not least, the Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder is a beautiful powder. This reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. It's a beautiful finishing powder, not so much something that's going to set your skin, but this is something that you finish off your skin with that's going to blur any imperfections and kind of just make your makeup look more cohesive, blur the pores, things like that. This is also good to use under the eyes when you want just something very light under the eyes. I really like this. This is also a good touch-up powder that's not going to build on itself or look really cakey. So highly recommend. It's a Sephora collection. Again, will be 30% off during the sale. So gonna be a really great price. Oh, I forgot, I have one more setting powder because it's something new to my collection, and it is the Givenchy Prisma Libre powder, and I have the color 5 Poplin Mimosa. So this is the one that has like the peachy colors and yellow colors in it for more of a tan skin tone. This is amazing, and I know people really hype this up, and it's very expensive, but I really like it. I'm wearing it today, and I love how it looks. bucks. So I do recommend this if you want to get something that maybe is at a higher price point. Get it on sale during the Sephora sale. And get into bronzers. And maybe I should have talked about this before the setting. Maybe I should have talked about this before the setting powders, because this is a cream bronzer, and this is the only cream bronzer I own currently personally in my personal collection. I have other ones in my kit, but this is the LYS Beauty No Limits cream bronzer in the color Courage. I love this. I mean, it gets really gross, but the actual product and the texture is really, really good. I use it every single day. Every single day when I'm doing no makeup looks, or if I'm doing a full-on glam, I'm going to be using this product. I love how it blends. I love the color. Highly recommend it. And LYS Beauty is already affordable, so to get it on a discount is perfect. For powder bronzer, it's going to be Charlotte Tilbury, okay? Like, this is very hard to beat. You guys can see I hit pan. This is a huge bronzer. It is expensive, but you get a lot of product. This is a beautiful, soft, focused sort of bronzer. It just looks so pretty on the skin. I'm wearing it today. It's really gorgeous. Really gorgeous product, and probably my favorite. Yeah, it is my favorite like powder bronzer. Alright, so for blush, I have a couple different blushes to share with you guys. And of course, you know, we're going to talk about the Rare Beauty blushes. This is amazing. These are so pigmented. I believe there is a little bit of a learning curve with them because you need very little. But they do have some really beautiful lighter shades that are hard to kind of get wrong. So Bliss is one of their really light sort of pale pink shades that is really easy to use, really gorgeous. It gives that beautiful sort of lit from within look. And then I have the color Joy as well. Joy is more of a peachy pink sort of color. Now you have to be careful with these colors. I also have one more. I think it's called Love, which is like a terracotta type shade. That one you have to be very careful with. But I feel like you will never go through these because you need the tiniest bit. So I think this is a really great investment. And if you take the product, put a little bit on the back of your hand and kind of brush over with your brush and get off the excess, then that I think is the best way to apply it rather than applying it directly from the packaging. It's better to kind of use the back of your hand as a palette. That way you don't get too much blush or you don't get it concentrated in an area that you don't want it in. So yeah, love these cream blushes. Another cream blush that I've been loving is the Terracotta Flush Bomb Cheek Color from Myricks. I really like this. It is a beautiful, bouncy, super glowy, like almost oily sort of looking blush. I use this every single day. I'm not using it today because I'm using the new Dior blush that came out, liquid blushes that came out, but this is really great. I highly recommend it, and I believe Merit Beauty is also pretty affordable at Sephora. The blush that I'm using today is the Forever Glow Maximizer from Dior. These just came out and I know they sold out, but hopefully they restock in time for the sale. I'm using the color Bronze and it's so pretty. I was going between this one and there was a pink one, Rosy. I was going between this and Rosy, but I decided that I would probably use this type of color more. I like brown tone monochromatic makeup, so I knew that I would probably use this one like on an everyday basis. Also, judging by my terracotta, my love for the terracotta from Myricks, I was like, let me get the bronze. I know I'll use this one, but I may end up going ahead and getting the Rosy and maybe another shade for my kit, because I really do like how this looks on the cheek. I like the formula and it's a really gorgeous product. I don't have any highlighters to share with you. I'm not big on highlighters. Actually, I'm lying. I have one because I need to replace it. But this is not something I use on myself. I use this on clients. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in 001 Universal, 001 Universal. So this is the one that has the sort of white shade, the gold, the bronze, and the pink. The pink and Hair Broke, and that was like one of the ones that I used the most. So I do need to replace this. Unfortunately, it's super expensive and I'm really annoyed that that happened because I have so much product left in the other ones, but this is something I use on almost almost every client because it's so beautiful on the skin. But I'm not a big person to use highlights. The products that I use are glowy enough, so I don't feel the need to add highlight on top. But it is the Dior Backstage one if you're looking for a really good highlighter palette, maybe on the more luxury end. That's a really great one, and it's a good time to get it because you get a little bit of a discount. And they have different shades. That's just the universal shade. So we kind of got the face down. Let's move to eyes. I wanted to talk about two palettes. Number one will probably be, my number one recommendation would probably be the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. This is well loved, super dirty. But this, I've hit pan on a couple of them actually, but this is something that I use in my makeup kit. I love how this looks. I use this on almost on everyone. Even if I'm doing shimmers, this is like my base sort of palette. I'll start out with these matte shades and then I'll add shimmers. But this is also makes the most beautiful, easy, smoky matte eyes, natural eyes. It's so pretty, and I'm kind of interested in the cooler tone version that came out recently. I'm kind of interested in that, not for myself, but for my kit, because I've seen a couple people use it and it looks gorgeous. So I'm thinking about that one, but I highly do recommend the Master Mattes, the original, the warmer tone one. If you're looking for a basic palette, like me, I'm not into a ton of eyeshadows. Honestly, the palette that I use every single day is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes palette. I love this palette. It's just me in a palette. Just easy, simple. It has some warm tones, cool tones as a black, a dark brown. I've hit pan on a couple of them. This is my everyday palette. I use this every single day and it's just super easy. I have it on today and I use a little bit of the Dior cream blush just on my eyes to give a little bit of a sheen, but mostly I use this every day because I like a very simple sort of, you know how it looks, that look where you put bronzer just over your lid and smudge a little bit of a pencil eyeliner. I love that look. So this kind of gives me that all in one palette. It's perfect to travel with. The only thing that this little palette is pretty expensive. It's $60 for 6 eyeshadows. And so I would definitely probably over this one, I would recommend, if you're going to get a basic palette, I would recommend the Makeup by Mario palette, which is $50 for way more eyeshadows. 3, 6, 9, 12 eyeshadows versus 6 eyeshadows. So I would recommend the Makeup by Mario, but the one I use every day is the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't wear a ton of mascara because I wear fake eyelashes a lot. I wear the clusters, sometimes I wear the strips, but the mascara that I'm going to be wearing, if I'm wearing mascara, is going to be the Rare Beauty mascara. I forget what it's called, but it's the, I think it's their only mascara. It's the one in the cream pinky packaging. It's the best. It does not bother my eyes. My eyes are very sensitive and I love it. It gives so much volume. It's so black. It's so pretty. And it doesn't flake off on me, but it's not waterproof. I don't love waterproof mascara because it's so hard to get off. But this is probably my favorite mascara at Sephora and the only one that I have to share because it's the only one that I really own. I don't really have any eyeliners to share with you guys because I use eyeshadow as eyeliner on myself, but I do really enjoy the Makeup by Mario eyeliners. Those are really, really good. And the Too Faced killer liners, or they're called something, but those are really great and they stay on really well. So those are probably the 2 eyeliners that I would recommend. For eyebrow products, of course, it's going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow products. I use the Brow Wiz, which is going to be the thinner pencil in dark brown, and I use the Brow Duo powder in ebony. I go between ebony and dark brown. I can use either one, but right now I'm using ebony. And if I want a very natural look, I'll use the powder. If I want a little bit more shape and definition, I'll use the pencil, or sometimes I will use both. But I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products. Let's go ahead and get into one of my favorite categories, which is going to be lip products. So I really want to try more lip liners because I only use 2 lip liners. I use the MAC Cork lip liner and I use the Charlotte Tilbury Foxy Brown lip liner. Those are the only 2 lip liners I use personally. But on other people, I really love the Anastasia lip liners. They are great. The ones that they redid. I have so many different colors. This one I'm holding is called Deep Taupe. It's so pretty. So I recommend these. These really remind me of the MAC lip liners. They're powdery, they're easy to put on, and they have so many colors. They have so many colors, so you will definitely find a color that you will love in the Anastasia lip pencils. But I do want to try some more lip pencils that I'll talk about in my wish list. Now for lipstick, I feel like hands down nobody beats Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. They are my favorite, and I love the Kissing formula, but I also love the Matte Revolution formula. Her Matte Revolution formula is not drying, it's super smoothing on the lips. It's so pretty, and I have so many different colors. So I recommend, if you haven't tried a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, this is the time to get a little bit of a savings on them. But also remember, Charlotte Tilbury does a lot of her own sales on her website, so kind of look into that too, because she runs a lot of different sales all the time. So kind of weigh what you want to get in this sale versus what you may want to wait for later for another sale. But I do recommend the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I have been really having a gloss and lip oil moment. So my favorite lip oil has been the Tower 20, or gloss has been the Tower 28 Lip Jelly and Chestnut. It's this beautiful orangey brown. I wear it almost every day with a brown lip liner. It's like my favorite thing. Even a lot of times I don't wear lipstick, I just put liner and gloss on. I also really love I love the Summer Fridays lip butter bombs. Those are really great. They are probably my favorite like tube lip butters, because there's so many at Sephora. Those are probably my favorite and what I recommend. And I want to probably get another color. I have the vanilla beige. I probably want to get like the darker one to try out. But I definitely recommend those. No, don't really have any more to share with you guys. But let's go ahead and last but not least get into fragrance recommendations. So I don't have a ton of fragrance recommendations from Sephora, but there are a few that I do want to share. So first of all, the Maison Louis Marie number 4, the Bois de Valancourt, is amazing. So this is kind of, it really reminds me of Santal 33 from Le Labo without the pickle smell. I feel like Santal 33 smells like pickles, and I can't get that out of my head, and I just don't love it. I love other Le Labo scents, but Santal 33, I can't get down with it. The Maison Louis Marie number 4 gives the Santal 33 vibes. I really love it without that pickle smell. So I really love this, and I love it to layer with other things, but this is a beautiful sort of musky everyday scent, and highly recommend this one. Last but not least, I have 2 fragrance mists from Sol de Janeiro. The Brazilian Crush Cherryosa 68, which everyone famously says is a Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe, which I don't really get it, but I get why people say it. But this is much sweeter, much sweeter. But I guess it's the jasmine that's in it that people are picking up on. But I mean, I kind of get it. But I love Baccarat Rouge 540. It's probably my favorite fragrance of all time. So this doesn't completely feel like a dupe to me, but I do really like it. This for me is more of a bedtime scent. I like to, last but not least, the Brazilian Crush, just a regular body fragrance mist, is really beautiful. This is the one that's super sweet, that kind of smells like pistachio and maybe like pralines and things like that. I'm not totally sure of all the notes in this, but this is like the famous like original one. Love this one. Again, just a easy like running errands sort of fragrance. Just again a good bedtime fragrance that's not going to be too much, and it just smells really like pretty and edible. Now for my sort of wish list, I did mention a few things that I want to pick up during my recommendations, but on my wish list I have the lip liner, the Rare Beauty lip liner, Kind Words lip liner. I want to check out those. I heard really good things about those. The Sephora collection lip liners. I want to pick up the Summer Fridays lip butter balm in a different color, the Summer Fridays sheer skin tint with hyaluronic acid I want to try. I've seen a couple people use that, and like I said in the video earlier, I want to try an actual like sheer skin tint or tinted moisturizer. I want to try the Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil and one of the colors. Those look really, really good. The Haus Labs concealer. Oh, I really want to try that. I've seen so many people talk about that, and I'm a concealer like lover, so or fanatic, so I want to try that. The Haus Labs blush, I want to grab one of those. The powder blush. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything on my wish list to pick up, other than some of the things that I need to refill on that I talked about. But I can't wait to share my haul of things I actually pick up with you guys once the sale starts. Again, the sale starts on April 5th and goes through the 15th. The 5th, it's going to start for Rouge members, and then on the 9th, it will start for VIP and for insiders. So yeah, I can't wait to start shopping and share all that I get with you guys. I am confused on whether I want to go in store or if I'm going to order. I may end up ordering because I really don't want to run into a ton. I'm sorry, no offense. I don't want to run into a bunch of kids shopping. Or maybe I can go really early in the morning. We'll see. Have you guys been in Sephora? I haven't been in a little bit of time. The last time I went in was like actually went into the store was maybe like December, around my birthday. So I'm a little scared to go in, especially with all the things I've been seeing. I've made a couple orders since then, but I haven't been in the store, so we'll see. What are you guys planning on doing? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are planning on picking up, or your recommendations down below in a comment. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. If you are new here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.